Hey everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called What Are They Afraid Of? And there are 3 piles to choose from today. So please focus in on the thumbnail images and choose the first one, the second one, or the third one. The first thumbnail is a hurricane. The second thumbnail is a fire. And the third thumbnail is a earthquake. Okay, so focus in on each photo. What photo is calling your attention today? Hold the person in your mind's eye, the person that you're thinking of right now. Close your eyes and focus on the thumbnails. And pick the pile that is currently pulling you in. We are going to go ahead and begin with pile number 1. There'll be timestamps in the description box below for you to easily find your pile. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into your reading. Hope everybody is having a good start to your summer. And let's begin. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the hurricane, and today's reading is called What Are They Afraid Of? Okay, so we're looking at the person that pile number 1 came here for today. Spirits, angels, and guides, can you please show me what is this person afraid of when it comes to pile number 1, please? What is this person afraid of when it comes to pile number 1? Pile number 1, it's so weird. I just all of a sudden, for some reason, got insecure about my thumb, about like the nails on my thumb, or like the fingernails, not the nails on my thumb, the fingernails, my fingernails for some reason. I don't know. Maybe you guys were looking at your own fingernails and you're like, oh, they look bad, or they don't look good lately. Anyway. Pile number 1, I just had to tell you that because I got overwhelmed with that feeling for a second. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what are they afraid of when it comes to pile number 2 or number 1. What are they afraid of when it comes to, I'm getting Virgo energy for sure, Virgo, Pisces type energy. Someone who's really concerned with hygiene versus somebody who's maybe a little bit more unorganized or disorganized and sloppy. But let's go ahead and see what are they afraid of when it comes to pile number 1, numero 1. Okay, we have the 9 of Pentacles, and already as I was like shuffling out your cards, I was feeling like an energy of second guessing something, okay? And the 9 of Pentacles in the tarot represents Venus in Virgo. So again, that kind of second guessing, overthinking. Does this look bad? Does that look bad? You know, very Venus in Virgo. You know, hygiene, all of that. So let's go ahead and take a look. We've got the 2 of Pentacles. And I just saw a little piece of fuzz on the 2 of Pentacles. So I'm like, get that off of there, you know? Which is so funny. Like, what's the Virgo energy going on here? We've got the 2 of Wands. That's really fiery and passionate. We have not over, okay? But it came out reversed, and it's funny because I don't even read reversals necessarily, but we have not over and sorrow. Interesting. Something is not over and still burns passionately and still burns brightly. We have cougar and leadership, okay? And so this person is afraid of, you know, doing the wrong thing is something that I'm getting here, all right? They're afraid of missing out on an opportunity and regretting it, and they're afraid that if they don't do something now, then everything will be lost, okay? And it's like, I have to act now, but my feelings are kind of messed up with this 2 of Pentacles. Okay, my feelings are all jumbled and I'm kind of messed up, but I need to act now because no one waits for tomorrow, you know? And I think they're also afraid of your feelings changing and you moving on, and then them feeling like crap about it, you know, and they need to take some leadership in the situation, and they need to define where they're headed. And they may not know where you're headed, okay? They may not know what your feelings are or where you're headed, but there's a need to be clear with intentions, define the purpose, and define where a person is headed, okay? What direction are we going in here? What are we doing? Let's take action, all right? And we have trine and flow. Wow. The energy between you and this person, really exciting, really unexpected, really fiery, really passionate, sizzling, heat, all of that, flow, chemistry, sexual chemistry. We have, I promise I'm working on fixing this, okay? And we have not over, okay? The fear is something is over, and there's sadness about it, there's sorrow. And, you know, it's going to be too late, right? Is kind of what I feel like they're afraid of. It's going to be too late. And you guys did pick the hurricane after all, pile number 1. And, you know, with the trine, the waters are very smooth. And there's a lot of passion, boldness, directness. And they're saying, I'm working on fixing this energy. Ooh, we have the exorcist. Now, you know, when we exorcise the demons, pile number 1, that means we banish something and we get rid of something, okay? And exorcisms, you know, exorcisms are pretty intense stuff spiritually. And a light attribute of exorcism is freeing yourself and others from destructive impulses. And a shadow attribute is fear of facing your own demons. Okay, so this person having a fear of facing their own demons. And they're sad, pile number 2, because they know that you will exorcise the demons from your own life. If this person cannot face their demons. Now, I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles, you're very patient and well-behaved, pile number 1, okay? And, you know, you're a person that likes things, you like order. You like things to make sense, for there to be order. You're okay with, you know, waiting for something if it's the right thing. You're not like in a hurry by any means, okay? But at the same time, you know, this person is sad because they are having a hard time facing their demons, okay? And they're having a hard time taking ownership and leadership of their life and coming into their own power in life and taking a lead in a situation and defining their purpose and where they're headed with something. They're having a real hard time with that. And because of that, there is some things that they're guarding or protecting or holding on to, okay? And I kind of feel like with them, they're like, well, that's not how I am, or that's not how I act, or that's not how I am. But underneath it, that is how they act, that is how they are, and they know it. And I see a moon in Capricorn here, so maybe someone in this position has moon in Capricorn as well. I did mention Virgo earlier. They've got some fear of facing their own demons, and they're afraid that they're not going to have another chance and they're not going to have another opportunity like they have right now, where there's so much natural chemistry, fire, passion, the conversations flow, the energy flows, it's exciting, it's magical, it's intuitive, it's wild, it's electric, you know, all that energy. And, you know, I feel like they're wanting to move on from something in their life, and it's very hard for them because they can't. They're trying to face their own demons in their life, and they're trying to fix what's wrong, okay? And trying to take leadership, I feel like, pile number one. We have Jupiter and abundance, okay? This person may be afraid that of, you know, things. I feel like they're afraid of relying on their feelings at times, or they're afraid of giving too much leverage to their feelings. And because of that, they limit the good things in their life, okay? And they do feel like if they can't overcome their demons and they can't let go of some things from the past and exercise their demons, that, you know, they're going to miss out on a really good opportunity, Jupiter, okay? And anyway, pile number one, someone's afraid of facing their demons. Yep, the Knight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands, okay? And I think one thing you guys have to think about is, do you want to give energy to a situation, to someone who is continually running away from their problems? Now, do you want to continue to fight in this situation? Ace of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Do you want to continue to give energy and give your time and effort to a situation where the other person is constantly falling short? You know, pile number one. And they've got some serious demons to face within themselves, and they may be having some money concerns or money issues as well, okay? And they're trying to get into a groove and go after what they want and pursue what they want in their life, I feel, materially. And you're trying to help this person, I feel like, overcome their shortcomings or overcome their demons, while they're focused entirely on themselves, or they're focused entirely on what they want to pursue. Knight of Wands. And this Knight of Wands is going in the opposite direction here, pile number one. And they got a lot of sadness within them, pile number one, because they don't really face their issues. They don't really face up to their demons in life. And I'm seeing somebody wearing shoes without socks, or wearing a skirt without socks. Okay. Or somebody who sometimes just throws on shoes without socks. I'm seeing something about that. Okay. And their main thing in life is they want to protect what they've gained for themselves materially. And is what I feel, pile number one. And this person may really be into their own business, or into whatever it is that they are passionate about. And you try to help this person with certain things in their life, or you try to be a friend or be there for them, or maybe even borrow them money or help them out in a time of need, or you try to support them when they're going through shit, when they're not doing well. And at the same time, I feel like this person is very impetuous, and they feel like they can do things on their own without you. And in fact, a lot of times they do like to go off and do things on their own without you, is what I feel, okay, with this Knight of Wands moving in the opposite direction. And they can be very selfish about guarding the things that they want and guarding like their abundance and what they want. Okay. And, but they're not over something in their life, and they're trying to fix something as well. You know, I'm getting this not over card coming out backwards, as this has been back and forth multiple times. It's over, it's not over, it's over, it's not over. And then there's been promises like things are going to get better. I'm working on fixing this. I know I've got a lot of demons, or I've got a lot of sadness within me. The thing is there's something about the energy between you two that just flows so well. There really is a dynamic, harmonizing energy between you two. And, you know, there is an energy of indulging in passions, you know, but I also feel like this person has some selfishness within them. Pile number 1, okay? Whereas I feel like you've been very giving towards this person, 9 of Pentacles. If you've been there for them, given them money, helped them out with things, and I feel like for them, it's like they just don't. With Jupiter here, there is a lot of good things that come out of you two knowing each other, but I also feel like this person is pretty much after what they want and is more selfish or less mature than you, is kind of what I'm getting. And I feel like you guys have tried to help this person overcome their demons and face things in their life. But the thing is that they can be very impulsive and just chasing after things that feel good. You know, 2 of Wands, trine energy, like chasing after things that feel good instead of facing their inner sadness or facing their demons. Okay. So, you know, this person's biggest fear, I feel like, is not making money, not, you know, not being able to have the things that they want in life, not accomplishing their goals or their dreams, or reaching a certain status, I kind of feel like, or becoming like a chosen leader in their field. Okay. And, you know, I think a fear of theirs is that actually underneath it all, they're very impulsive, but they also can be very weak at times. Pile number 1, and they may be a little bit afraid of you seeing that weakness within them as well too. So pile number 1, that is what I am getting for you regarding what this person is afraid of when it comes to you and them. Okay. And just one last thing. I feel like too with this Ace of Pentacles, and it's like something starts off well, but then it turns into a battle of the wills. And then this person's like, then I'm just going to go off on my own again, you know? So I kind of see that energy pile number 1. I do see that energy there. And they certainly are determined about something, but you know, it'd be nice if you were on that list of the things that they were determined about. You know what I'm saying? Pile number 1. So that is what I am getting for you, my lovelies. Do let me know if that reading resonated for you. I'd love to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. And yeah, do share in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, pile number 1. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the fire, and today's reading is called What Are They Afraid Of? Pile number 2. So we have that scary photo of the house fire on the front page of the thumbnail in the darkness. Ooh, right? Very scary, my friends. Let's go ahead and see. I was like, what kind of pictures can I put up for this reading? But anyway, let's see for pile. I wanted to do like, oh, I'm not, actually, you know what? I'm going to save that idea for later. Let me save that idea for later. Never mind, pile number 2. Never mind. Let's see. What is this person afraid of when it comes to pile number 2? What are they most afraid of when it comes to pile number 2, please? What are they? Okay, King of Swords, being wrong, being made to look a fool, you calling them out. Okay, let's see here. What are they most afraid of when it comes to pile number 2? 9 of Wands. Ooh, okay. That you just take all their defenses and with one swift push, knock them all over and send them scrambling. Pile number 2, who knows their power? You do. Let's see here. The 10 of Wands, okay. The Devil, oh my gosh, okay. And, you know, there's something here about them saying that they're afraid that the demands of what you want, they can't give you, or it's too much for them, or they, you know how sometimes people play like they're dumb about something? Like, they'll be like, oh, you didn't ask me to do that, or, oh, like, you know, I kind of feel like this person's a little afraid of what you might throw at them or what you might require of them. Pile number 2, okay? That they're like, and they may play sometimes like they don't know or they're not sure. I'm not really liking the Devil energy here. You know, it's also like this person may also have a fear of getting someone pregnant or getting you pregnant or just getting a woman pregnant in general. I just have to say, because I am seeing something about that. That may not fit everybody's situation, but I have to say. Also, I'm getting somebody who has very dry, cracked skin at times, okay? And it's like, I don't want to have to explain everything to you because it's exhausting, and the things that you expect of me and the things you require of me are too much. And, you know, I feel that's annoying to you guys because you're like, I just simply asked this person how they were, you know what I mean? And they're treating it like it's some dreadful event, you know? So we have forbidden here, okay? There may be a sexually forbidden energy. We have chemistry reversed. Interesting. Forbidden chemistry. Ay, ay, ay. We have beaver and balance, okay? You're being told that hard work is important, okay? But so is quality time with your loved ones. There is a balance between all of this to be, okay. So this person is saying, I don't want to work that hard, you know, in order, like, they're being kind of nasty, pile number 2. I got to tell you, I don't like this person. They're being nasty, okay? And I feel like this person is saying sexually, it's too much work and I don't want to go there because I feel like you're going to get feelings and the chemistry isn't what I want. Okay, or I don't like the chemistry, so I don't want to go there and go to that level of that experience because it's too much, or it's too much for me to handle, okay? But this person, I feel like, is a liar at times, pile number 2, because I feel like some of the things that they're quote-unquote afraid of are like really egotistical in a lot of ways. Well, I'm afraid you couldn't handle me. Well, I'm afraid that, you know, I don't want to go there sexually because there might not be any chemistry and you might not be able to handle it when I reject you. Like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Pile number 2, very rude energy, okay? But I also feel like this person is kind of saying with the Devil and 10 of Wands, it's not worth it. Because I don't have the time and effort to kind of put into things. And maybe you pushed back on this a little bit with this person, pile number 2, and you're like, huh? excuse me, what the F are you, you know, and maybe you called this person out in a way with this 9 of Wands. And, you know, the issue is being with this person is a lot of work because they're going to fight you every step of the way to not move something forward, or they're going to push back on every little thing. And the word that I'm getting is annoying. And so perhaps, you know, you found this behavior from this person very annoying. Okay. You know, this person's like, I can't even touch you, forbidden chemistry. I can't even touch you because you'll get pregnant, or we can't even do anything because, you know, this person's like, I don't want to be a father, or I don't want that level of commitment, or I don't need that responsibility. 10 of Wands, the devil energy. And I don't actually, you know, and this person could have iced you out sometimes, pile number 2, like they didn't have enough time for you, or they were too busy. And you're like, Natalie, I wasn't even asking for that much of their time. And the thing is I feel like this person kind of gets off on being asked for their time, quote unquote, pile number 2. Okay, like feeling like you have to ask someone for their time, right? We have the numinous and the mystery, okay? And we have shadow work, the unknown, the unknowable, okay? This person could also be very afraid of spiritual things, or very afraid of spirituality, especially for those of you here who come here with some type of a spiritual background, witchcraft, anything like that. This person could be very ignorant of those matters, or very scared of those matters, or have very inaccurate opinions when it comes to spirituality. And the reason why they're afraid of it is because they don't understand it, you know? And anyway, we have here, do you still love me? I feel like I'm losing you, you know? And this person's way of kind of toxically maybe pulling you back in just when you finally are kind of getting the picture of the fact that this person may not like or want you or whatever. And I'm getting for some of you here, pile number 2, and I am very sorry, my loves, because this person could have made you feel bad about yourself, you know, sexually, how you look. They could have made you feel unwanted, is what I'm getting. Okay? And, you know, it's like this person won't even touch me anymore. They won't even hardly look at me anymore. I don't know what's going on with them. I don't know what they're up to. They're doing some under the radar shit that I don't even know about. And I feel like I can't even talk to them about how I'm feeling, because if I try to bring it up, they just push back. Or if I try to talk about it, they act like nothing is going on. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're saying. They turn it around and put it on you. Like, geez, you know, geez. And we have the rescuer here. All right. And maybe some of you felt, felt like you were doing God's work out here, you know, trying to help this person overcome their issues. But I think this person has a lot more problems and issues than what you can even help them with. And maybe there was this kind of needy rescuer, kind of victim savior aspect going on between you guys. And maybe you really needed to feel, it made you feel good to feel needed. Or to feel like you were helping someone. But I also feel like this savior rescuer kind of vibe could have really killed the chemistry or killed the vibe between you and this person sexually as well. Okay. And the problem is I feel like this person has a lot of problems that you didn't even actually know. Okay. And there's a lot of problems that this person has that they didn't even tell you. Even if you feel like you knew this person like the back of your hand and you knew everything about them and their life story, pile number 2, I'm telling you right now, you don't know everything that this person is, everything. You don't know all of these person's problems. They have problems that they themselves don't even understand that well with this mystery card here. Okay, they got problems buried that they don't even, no one knows about. And you can start to see cracks in the exterior, okay? And maybe at this person gave you this false illusion, but then as you started talking to them more, you saw cracks in the exterior. And when you tried to kind of feel around for an opening to kind of have some vulnerability and sharing with each other, this person closed the door hard on your face, like no, and it made you feel really bad. Like, do you still love me? Do you still want me? Do you still like me? Okay, because this person was constantly like shutting you out. But let me tell you right now, pile number 2, they had more problems than you even know. Okay, they really, really do. And they feel like, they have all these excuses like, oh, pile number 2 is too needy, or pile number 2 just wants to rescue me because it makes them feel good about themselves, or pile number 2 just like being with them is just too much for me. It's too demanding. It's too, they're demanding too much from me. And instead of just having an honest conversation and saying what they want, they're playing all these games, okay? And we have here the shadow attribute of the rescuer assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy, okay? And, feeling needy for someone's love, or feeling needy for someone's attention, or feeling needy for someone's chemistry. Now, this person could have a lot of sexual problems. I gotta be 100% honest, pile number 2, okay? And you may feel like, I wanna help this person in some way with this, and I wanna show this person that I'm here for them. Hey, I've been in tough situations myself too. I've had hard things happen in my own life. I'm here to be there for you. I'm here to listen to you, but this person has a lot of hidden shame is what I feel, pile number 2. And while you stood on the shores of life, holding out I can help you sign to them, they were like, haha, I don't need any help. They're like the pirate that drove by and stole all the gold and then ran away. You know what I mean? They're like, I don't need your help. Like that kind of energy. And, and they are afraid of the chemistry going away because the power dynamics are so off in the relationship. There's a savior rescuer aspect going on. There's a neediness going on. There's rejection going on. And they're like, well, I don't want to be blamed for all of that. So just leave me alone or whatever. And I don't have time for this type of energy. Okay. And just writing things off and making things unnecessarily difficult, or putting things in a bad aspect or in a bad light just because they don't want anyone to love them. You know what I mean? Or they're uncomfortable with someone caring about them. This is a real interesting pile number 2. And we have Chiron and healing. Okay? So, here she is trying to help this person heal. Okay? trying to help another person heal and work on those wounds and work through their issues. All right. But the thing is that this person isn't ready to heal. They like living the way they're living. And they kind of feel that, maybe you would make them try to heal or, something like that. And they just don't want to. And the thing is you can't really, I would say pile number 2, focus on your own healing. Okay. And I know it's tempting to want to rescue or try to help this person, but focus on your own healing and try not to take their lack of interest or their lack of reciprocation as a negative against your own self-esteem, because this person, I feel like they like the way they're living their life and they don't really want to, they're not into healing. That's, they're not. And that's why I feel like your time is kind of wasted with this person, and of course our time, like if you're to continue to try, it gets wasted, right? But maybe you learned an important lesson from this and it's like, Natalie, I just need to focus on my damn self and my own healing. And if they want to stay trapped in their little, world here of everything's too much and I can't do it. And, for being so like rejecting, they're very victim-y, which is ironic, for as little emotion as that they show and for the lack of care that they show towards others, they're very victim-y at the same time, so that's an interesting one. We've got the 6 of Cups. They're afraid of real connection. They're afraid of innocence and they're afraid of true affection, true intimacy, but true vulnerability, true going down to the depths with somebody, of nurturing something deeper. They're truly afraid of that. They are afraid of being exposed and they are afraid of vulnerability. Now I've been there in my life too. When I was younger, pile number 2, and I wasn't really open to things. I wasn't vulnerable. I was very shut down. And, so people go through these things in life, right? And it's where people's consciousnesses are at that moment in time, right? But some people change and come out of it and allow more into their life and some people don't, and that's the hard thing. I feel like it feels like you could wait forever for this person to heal, but it doesn't. You need the patience of a saint, pile number 2. We have the 5 of Swords coming out reversed. Okay. So you have to, this person, they're afraid of giving up their old ways. And they're afraid of having, open, honest, vulnerable exchanges. They're afraid of letting go of the animosity and the pain to experience more vulnerability with someone. They're very afraid of that. We have the 5 of Wands here. Okay. They'll start any fight or start any kind of thing. They just make things a lot harder than they need to be, and they're afraid of somebody getting too close and seeing how messed up they are, like reversed 5 of Swords. And so they put on this front that they're really tough and they don't care, 5 of Wands, okay? Because they're afraid of someone knowing them on a deeper level. And so it's like things are intentionally harder than they even need to be. okay? I'm getting something about somebody graduating as well, or somebody working really hard to finish a degree, or working really hard to graduate, or finish a program, or finish a training, okay? And the sad part of it is I feel this person doesn't really have anyone to share that with who would be truly happy for them, because they kind of push everybody away, you know? And yeah, they are definitely scared of putting down defenses, and so they're very they'd rather show their competitive, angry side than let somebody kind of help them or get close to them in any way. Pile number 2. So that is hard. That's tough. That's tough energy. And pile number 2, my dears, I really do hope that you move on from this person as soon as possible, my loves. And that was a tough one. That's probably one of the toughest readings I've had in a while, pile number 2. So my heart goes out for you there, pile number 2. And I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments about how you felt about that reading. So thank you so much, my loves, and take care, my friends. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the earthquake, and today's reading is called What Are They Afraid Of? Okay, so we're going to find out when it comes to this person, pile number 3, what are they most afraid of when it comes to you? All right, so let's see, pile number 3. Let's do a check-in here. What is this person most afraid of when it comes to my pile number 3s, please? Okay, I just heard I'm gonna sneeze, so maybe someone just had to sneeze, all right? Or you felt like you were gonna sneeze all day, but I just heard that, so let's see. What's funny is I don't feel like I have to sneeze, so anyway, pile number 3, let's go ahead. They always say if there are other people in the room that are sneezing and the other people, no, that's the yawning thing. That's the yawning thing. If you're in a room with other people and someone yawns and the other people don't yawn, then they're a psychopath. Have you guys heard that before? Anyway, pile number 3, I digress. Let's go ahead and see. What are they afraid of when it comes to pile number 3? What are they afraid of when it comes to pile number 3, please? What are they most afraid of? 10 of Cups. Oh my. And we'll live happily after. We'll be so fulfilled. We'll be so happy. We'll love each other. We'll join together forever. There'll be no pain or suffering in the world, right? Too good to be true. Sometimes with the 10 of Cups, it's like, oh, that's nice, but it could, you know, everything can go to shit, as they say, right? And, you know, you build something beautiful with someone and then it crumbles or breaks, and some people are afraid, you know, of like losing everything, or, you know, or they're afraid that they're being too idealistic about something and they should take it down a notch, you know, that type of stuff. But 5 of Cups. Yep, I'll get my feelings hurt. I'll get my heart broken. Prince of Pentacles, okay? Trust, wow. And yeah, the 5 of Cups can be, it's a Scorpionic card, Mars and Scorpio. So it can definitely be where, you know, you put a lot of time and effort and energy into something and you trust someone or you trust a situation, and then it all crumbles and falls away and everything breaks. Fate. Okay. Ooh, yeah. Trusting in my fate. Okay. And this person, it's hard for them because they feel like I've had a lot of shitty things happen to me. I've had a lot of, you know, people break my heart, infidelity, cheating, lying. And it's hard for me sometimes to trust that things will just happen as they are. It's hard for me to trust that things will just happen as they should. You know what I mean? It's hard for me to just throw caution to the wind and trust and allow fate to take its course because of the things in the past that have been painful. 5 of Cups. Okay. We have here the Blue Jay and intuition, but it kind of was reversed. So, you know, the Blue Jay card talks about intuition and following your feelings and following your intuition. And knowing that if you're in a situation that isn't good for you, that you can find a way to get out of it. But this was kind of coming out reverse, pile number 3. So this person may have a hard time trusting themselves, trusting fate, trusting their intuition, trusting the initial feeling. Because I feel like with the initial feeling, it's the 10 of Cups. Oh, wow, everything is so magical and wonderful and beautiful, and I'm so excited, and this is so wonderful, right? And then putting a lot of effort and energy into investing, Prince of Pentacles, investing into a situation only to have your intentions be doubted, only to have, only to have your trust, only to be played. You know, only to have your trust ruined, only to have your feelings be played, only to be wrong about somebody, only to get done dirty. You know what I mean? All that stuff. So I do feel like this person has a hard time trusting their feelings and trusting their intuition. With the Prince of Pentacles, they're more like driven by goals, ambitions, and results, tangible results, instead of just trusting in fate. You know, and it may be hard for themselves to really like let loose and believe that something could be good. We have Gemini energy here as well. And the thing is that they are very curious about you. And they do think that you're a very brilliant person, that you're very perceptive, adaptable, street smart. But also too, that you could be a person that is like, you know, floating around like a social butterfly and talking to a lot of different people. And it's really hard when they are first talking to someone or getting to know someone before they know them, because they feel like they can't trust someone yet. And sometimes they wonder if that person is just all talk or if they're just, you know, like, and the Prince of Pentacles, Taurus energy, Earth sign energy, Gemini, air sign energy, like thinking, okay, I like talking to this person, I like getting to know them, but are they talking to other people? Do they want other people? Are they, you know, are they flirting with other people? Do they like other people? It's hard for them, I feel like, in the talking phase of getting to know someone, pile number 3, because they're like, oh, I'm going to spend all this social energy getting to know someone. And maybe, you know, for them, it takes them a while to get to know someone because they don't always trust their emotions. And so, you know, there's that trade-off of the time spent versus just something kind of being like nothing. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel like they are like, well, if I put my time and energy into something, I want to see some type of payoff in this situation. But what if pile number 3 is talking to other people, or is, you know, just saying what I want to hear because they don't know what else to say? Like, you know, they just worry. I feel like sometimes that things will turn out badly and that things are just like all talk instead of action. Yeah, throat chakra. Yes, trusting what people are saying is hard for this person. Okay, now pile number 3, I gotta say you guys are lucky in a lot of ways, because pile number 1 and pile number 2 were just, I mean, well, pile number 2 is probably the worst, but I gotta say, I feel like you guys are kind of lucky in pile number 3, because I feel like this is a lot of people's fears. You know what I mean? Like, this is a lot of what people fear is They feel like sometimes they can't trust what people are telling them. They feel like sometimes there's inauthenticity in relationships and people are just talking. And, you know, it says communicate telepathically or in person. And it's like, this person's like, I don't want to communicate telepathically. Blue Jay intuition reversed. That's how shit gets messed up. Like, tell me the truth. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what you're thinking. Don't force me to kind of guess what you're thinking. And don't give me, you know, don't give me like lies about things. And, you know, and maybe they're a little afraid that you won't trust what they're saying either, right? Because there's this huge authenticity issue in relationships these days. And both people can end up going, are you just feeding me a line of shit? Or is this even true? What's going on? And, you know, they fear communication sometimes, but they know they need to have better communication in their connections with people. And they know they need to talk more and get on the same page. And they really are afraid that some people are not that honest, you know? Vampire. Okay. Yeah, they feel like it's their fate, maybe sometimes to run across like users or psychic vampires. And, you know, they may have run into a lot of relationship partners in the past who were kind of like depleting them energetically, or were lying to them, or were doing things behind their back, and are people who like complained all the time, all right, or talked all the time, or would talk bad about other people all the time, or gossip about other people all the time, or would share things that they shouldn't be sharing about friends or other people. Like, you know, this person actually has a big fear that their fate is to run into vampiric people constantly, you know? And they're like, I think somebody's good, and I think that they're a good person, and they're nice, and they're all right. And then I find out they're two-sided, Gemini. I find out they're two-faced, or they're two-sided. And maybe some of you are like, hey, Natalie, you're explaining me to me, okay? So if I'm explaining you to you, just know, pile number 3, that this person has some of the same fears that you have, okay? If you're like, no, I've ran into tons of liars and two-faced people who told me to trust what they were saying, and there was a lack of authenticity and a lack of truth and bad communication, and I do feel sometimes it's my fate to run into these type of people. Just know that I feel you both want the same thing, the 10 of Cups, which is a happy relationship, but you have to be able to trust each other enough to communicate with each other and share what you're afraid of. But that takes time. You know, that takes time to develop with someone. And it may be hard because if we're ignoring our feelings or we're ignoring our intuition about it, then that may, you know, create some issues. And so, you know, the thing is opening up enough to give someone an opportunity, right? Little opportunities here and there, and seeing what becomes of it. All right. And we have the Sun and Spirit. Okay. And I feel this person recognizes something in you that's the same that's in them. Okay. And the Sun is a very happy energy. And it's a fear of getting all giddy and excited and happy. Woo, you know, yay. Like feeling like overly confident about something, and only to have it taken away from you, only to have it like go away for even a dumb reason, you know? Like some people, they're getting to know each other and they get into fight about something that honestly just could have been fixed with a conversation. You know, it didn't have to even go down that direction, right? So I feel like this person gets a little afraid that just when they get all excited and happy about something, that someone's going to be really two-faced with them, and they'll see this other kind of icky side of the person come out, okay? And I mean, those are some normal fears, I feel like. It's in how you handle it. It's in how you, are you suspicious of everyone? Are you constantly watching over your shoulder for fear that somebody's gonna get one over on you? Or are you talking through these issues, right? And we have the Page of Cups, innocence. Like, the Page of Cups is the child within us that is unsullied and not wounded from the past. It's the innocent, sweet, vulnerable side that we all have within us. The emotional, wanting to hold hands with somebody, wanting to kiss, wanting to give someone a shoulder massage. It's very innocent, and let's see what else we have here. We've got the Queen of Swords, and, the strength to communicate what you're feeling, right? And maybe in the past, there was this sense of, I have to ask you, pile number 3, did some of you have adults that would try to speak over you when you were younger? Or were they trying to help, but they ended up kind of speaking over you? Or maybe this person also had a maternal figure in their life who they were very shy or quiet or sometimes reticent to say anything because they had an older female figure in their life who would kind of always talk over them or say everything for them. If there is something like that, then it is about owning the throat chakra with the Queen of Swords, like definitely getting honest and getting real about how we're showing up in the world when it comes to communication. And it could be like showing up as, well, I'm kind of afraid to talk about that, or I'm kind of afraid to share that, or I'm kind of, I feel kind of like vulnerable about saying something, and of course the Queen of Swords is very graceful and knows how to say things in ways that are, emotional yet caring, yet also straightforward and truthful. And Two of Swords, and this person a little afraid to tell you some stuff. I feel like it's not bad stuff at all. It could be how they're feeling or fears that they have, okay? And they're a little afraid that, you won't hear them when they try to explain something to you. And again, I don't feel like this is because you made it this way, pile number 3. I mean, I think you're very open to what they have to say. There's just some uneasiness about a conversation that needs to happen between you two because they're not sure how you're going to respond to it or how you feel. And yet at the same time, they know that they need to talk to you. But I feel it's not a bad conversation. I actually feel like it could be a sweet conversation with the Page of Cups here. And, and you know what? I'm also getting for those of you that have children, or if someone has children in this connection, they may be afraid of telling you that they have a child, or that they want to have a child, or that they have one, and I'm getting something about that as well, and maybe someone needing to speak to the other person about their child or what's going on with their child, and a little afraid that the other person may not know what to do, may not know how to respond, or that they're not sure how you're going to feel about something they need to mention about one of their children, or somebody in their life that is important to them. Like, I need to talk to you about this situation, and I'm not quite sure how to kind of bring it up. I don't know how you're going to react, but I do need to talk to you about it. So for some of you, I am getting that as well. And they could be afraid of bringing something up, is what I'm seeing here. But it needs to be brought up. And like I said, I don't think it's bad. It's nothing bad. I just feel they're nervous about bringing something up, and they maybe don't know the right time to do it or the right time to say it. They may also be nervous that you bring something up to them that they didn't know about, that you never told them because it never came up, right? There are these kind of communication things that people can get very afraid of. And it is about, somebody has to make the first move to kind of speak. And then, I feel that someone here is like, well, I think the other person cares. I'm not sure how they're going to react. And I actually do feel like you and this person care about each other, or you like each other, or there's the possibility of good things happening here. We just have to treat the communication in a way that is, that makes sense and is, honest, real, vulnerable, authentic. We just need that communication piece. And for this person, they have some fears around those communications, but it doesn't mean that they don't want to do the communications, because I feel they do. Pile number 3. It's okay to have a fear about something. It's okay to be afraid of something. The sun provides the courage that we need to do something that we're afraid of, or to have the courage and the bravery to step up and do something that we might be afraid of talking about, okay? But I actually feel, out of all the piles, pile number 3, I actually feel like yours is like a little more chill, pile number 3. So kudos to you, pile number 3. Although it doesn't matter, we're all in different places, and that's fine too. But but anyway, thank you so much, pile number 3. And I wish you the very best, my loves. Take care.